Back in 2016, I filmed a 2000 Ford F-150 Harley Davidson, and I really liked it. And not too long ago, I thought to myself, I'd sure like to film another Harley Davidson F-150. And guess what? They're actually not exactly what I would call easy to come across. Well, I did come across one, and here we go. Ford originally introduced the Harley Davidson package as a celebration of two icons, the motorcycle and the F-150. Always only available as a SuperCrew from the beginning, the Harley Davidson was a high-performance variant of the F-150 and was considered a four-door Lightning, as the latter was only available as a regular cab. In 2004, with the F-150 redesign, the Harley Davidson was only available as an appearance package on the Super Duty. That lasted until 2010 for the 2011 model year, when the Harley Davidson package came back to the half-ton trucks. Also, even though it was still an appearance package, it did come with, once again, a performance upgrade, and not in the form of the Supercharged 5.4-liter like 2002 to 2003, but rather in the form of the massive 6.2-liter V8 from the Raptor. Perhaps you've heard of it? Anyways, the Harley Davidson was derived from the Lariat trim level and added unique Harley accents to the interior fittings. In addition, you also had a serial plaque that numbered your individual truck, 22-inch wheels, and bucket seats. The Harley was only available in SuperCrew configuration with the 5.5-foot bed. Our example is number 00218 and was built on November 23, 2010 at the Dearborn Truck Plant, which was previously known as the River Rouge Complex in Dearborn, Michigan.
Hey everyone, in today's in-depth review series, we're taking a look at this very nice and very well equipped 2011 Ford F-150. Now this is not just any F-150, what we have here is an F-150 SuperCrew in the Harley Davidson package. Now the Harley Davidson package ran from the 2002 model year to the 2012 model year, where it was ultimately replaced by the Limited. Now the Harley Davidson starts its life as a Lariat and adds numerous features of it to make it very unique. Now today's example is painted in the really nice tuxedo black metallic, and it does feature the black and the silver smoke leather interior. Full pricing is shown on screen, and a full options list is in the description box below. Today's review is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the exterior to the interior, powertrain, fuel economy, and everything else in between. Alright, now while Harley Davidson F-150s come standard as a rear-wheel drive vehicle, our review subject is actually an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it utilizes Ford's electronic shift-on-the-fly 2-speed transfer case. It does feature 2 high, all-wheel drive, and 4 high positions. However, it does not feature a locking rear differential. In addition, the 4.2 LCD productivity screen features a 4x4 specific readout that monitors key off-road data points, such as dual clinometers for pitch and roll, as well as transfer case position, torque distribution, and real-time wheel positions with steering indicator. The truck features a ground clearance of 8.3 inches with an approach angle of 23.8 degrees, a departure angle of 24 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 14.8 degrees. And power comes in the form of Ford's beast of an engine. You may know it from the SVT Raptor, and that is a cast iron block aluminum head 6.2-liter Boss 2-valve single overhead cam V8 engine. This engine features coil-on-plug ignition, variable cam timing with sequential electronic fuel injection, and a 9.8-to-1 compression ratio. This engine creates 411 horsepower at 5,500 RPM, 434 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM. Car and Driver magazine tested their Harley Davidson from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a quick 6.3 seconds. With a quarter-mile hitting in 15.1 seconds at 92 miles per hour, and more importantly, this truck with a 373 rear axle at 7,350 pound gross vehicle weight rating can haul a maximum payload of 1,230 pounds and tow a maximum trailer weight of 7,200 pounds. This truck comes equipped with a 36 US gallon fuel capacity, and it consumes 7.7 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 468 miles. EPA fuel economy figures on this vehicle are 12 miles per gallon in the city, 16 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 13 miles per gallon. The sole available transmission on this vehicle is Ford's electronically controlled 6-speed 6R80 select shift automatic transmission with overdrive and manual shift capability. Alright, as we walk around the rear of the vehicle, we're going to go into it a little bit more in depth, but as you can see, it does have a hardcover. It is a locking hardcover. It does have hydraulic struts, and of course you have your Harley Davidson badging. Alrighty, around the rear of the Harley Davidson F-150, not much is completely different from the regular pack, save for a few badging items and some small details, of which we'll go over. So first and foremost, it's a very monochromatic appearance here with the tuxedo black metallic. The only thing you have down here is the aftermarket chrome side plates. Other than that, it'd be all monochromatic back here. We've also got the hard shell tonneau cover. One of the big differences is these dimensional Harley Davidson badging here on the side of the bed. Going into these deep tinted tail lamps, so they have black bezels, smoke glass plastic, so a little bit darker than the stock ones. Of course, all incandescent lighting for your turn, brake, and tail lights, and then of course you have your backup light there. Monochromatic bumper does have the reverse sensors in it. You do have the large Harley Davidson motorcycle badge here with the F-150 logo there. Underneath the Ford logo is your backup camera. This does have the trailer tow package, and of course it also has a lock there and 4 and 7 pin wiring. Down here you do have these really large chrome polished stainless steel dual exhaust tips. Now, as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, as you'll see, it looks just like your standard range F-150 SuperCrew with the 5.5-foot box. It does have power deploying running boards, makes for easier entry and exit. Try it again. While across the lineup, the F-Series comes equipped with electrically assisted power steering. However, 6.2-liter equipped vehicles come with the more traditional hydraulically assisted vehicle speed-sensitive variable rate rack and pinion with 3.4 turns lock-to-lock and a 23.5-foot turning radius. Wheels on this truck are the Harley Davidson specific 22 by 9-inch polished forged aluminum open 5 spokes with the HD center cap badge, and they are shod in 275/45 R22 Michelin Defender LTX all-season tires. Brakes on this truck are hydraulically assisted 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS, traction control, and trailer sway control. Up front, we have ventilated 13.8-inch rotors with 13.7-inch ventilated rotors in the rear. These brakes can stop the truck from 70 miles per hour and to 0 in 176 feet. Alright, as we walk along the front of the truck, as stated before in the rear, the same is true for the front. We're going to go into it in a little bit more detail, but as you can see, it is very nicely equipped. It does have that really cool billet looking center grille and tinted headlights for a very aggressive look. Alrighty, up front, the Harley Davidson F-150 is a pretty aggressive yet understated designed exterior, especially up front. And we're going to go over some of these details up here. First and foremost, what we do have is large power fold-away mirrors. You have side repeaters there, the Harley Davidson motorcycle badge on the side fender, going all the way down to the large headlamps, which are about the same as the tail lights as far as design goes. Black bezels, smoke lenses, halogen headlamps up here, turn indicators down here, parking lights, and then down below we do have round fog lights. One really cool feature is the unique all black or all body color grille, save for the billet design here in the middle. It is a matte stainless steel look. Looks really, really good. Fits in with the design theme. Of course, you also have the large Ford logo right there in the center. Alrighty, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the key. Now, what we got here is just a standard Ford key. No Harley Davidson badging on the back or anything like that. Just a standard, it was used across the entire lineup, and the membrane switches are kind of rubbing off, but we'll go over what they are. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, and panic alarm. And of course, you've also got the key for your tonneau cover. Now, this vehicle does not have smart key access system, so you have to do it the old-fashioned way, locking and unlocking just by pressing the buttons. Another cool feature is you can actually utilize these buttons here. They are the keypad controls where you set your own PIN number, 4-digit PIN, and you can enter your PIN number there, and you can unlock the vehicle. Now, I stated before, this vehicle would have power deploying running boards, but as you can see, the driver's side is inoperable. But opening up the front door, and this is what you get. You get a really cool two-tone leather interior. It is a black with the silver smoke interior, two-tone leather. Taking a look at the door panels here, pretty standard F-150 fare. However, there are some little bit differences. It is all hard plastic up here, save for this padded armrest here with the stitching. I love the huge grain on the vinyl here. It looks really, really good. This black here, it's a piano black, but is a metallic finish, so it looks really good. Pretty well matches the exterior paint, so it kind of gives it a custom feel to it. Satin silver door pulls right here. This is your mirror controls here, and of course you have, if you tilt the joystick down, it is a power fold-away mirror. Power lock controls are here. Auto one-touch up and down for the driver and front passenger windows. Rear window controls, window lockout. You got your door pulls here. Large array of map pockets down here. The Sony premium sound system speakers in the doors. Bottle holders there. And taking a look at the driver's side instrument panel, that metallic piano gloss black trim continues here. Satin silver framed circular air vents that you can open and close and adjust any way you like. Automatic headlamp control with fog lamp control. Instrument panel brightness and dim. We do have an electrically assisted tilt and telescoping steering wheel, work with the power on, and of course you also have adjustable pedals. These all work in conjunction with the memory, and those switches are on the seat. Emergency brake with emergency brake release. Hood releases here. All-weather floor mats. And you have your custom Harley Davidson pedals there. They are satin silver with the black treads and the Harley Davidson logo. As stated before, they are power adjustable. Also, your entry tread plate is this really cool engine-turned aluminum Harley Davidson badged entry plate. Very unique to this truck, and I really like the way it looks. Now, both seats are 8-way power driver or power assisted, so you have 8-way power assist. You also have a lumbar support here, and this is your memory switches right here. Really quick look, you do have a power sunroof included on this truck as well. And let's take a quick look at those seats. The seats are very, very comfortable. Lots of different adjustments make for a really comfortable driving position. And of course, the unique two-tone leather treatment gives it a nice custom flair. You do also have, on all 4 outboard seats, you do have the Harley Davidson Classon badges integrated into the leather. And it's kind of a metallic two-tone leather. The inner faces are the smoke silver. They are perforated. Outer edges are the black. They are perforated because they are heated and ventilated. Along the console here, you have more of that metallic black trim and leather on the armrest. All right, now that we're inside, let's pan through the interior and show more details. And there is a lot to show in here. This truck is very well equipped, even for a 2011 model year. So we're going to start here at the steering wheel. Nice leather wrap steering wheel here. It is not heated, however. But it is a 4-spoke design. You have this like titanium graphite colored metallic finish here on the spokes. Kind of breaks up the monotony of the black. This really nice thick grain on the steering wheel is really nice feeling too. And you have a multitude of controls over here. So over here you have your multifunction controls and your cruise control. So this little triangular pattern here, or the square button configuration, and the OK control your productivity screen. And right now we just have a blank gauge screen because that's what Ford did. And the other gauge is nothing more than your transmission temperature. Then you have trip A and trip B, both are resettable, and they both show like your elapsed time, your gallons used, your trip miles, and your average miles per gallon. This is your instant fuel economy with average and distance to empty. There is another menu here for fuel history. Here is our off-road pages here, and it's nothing more than just the 2 clinometers for pitch and roll, transfer case position, and steering angle. And then the second page is your trailer. And if you go into that menu, you can actually do a multitude of different trailer functions. And these 2 bottom ones, the system settings and information, somehow or another are not activated on this truck. I'm not really sure why I can't get to that menu, but regardless, we're here. All right, more on the steering wheel. Cruise controls here. So you got cancel, resume, on and off, set, and then of course your accelerate and deaccelerate. Over here on the right hand side, we have our sync controls. So audio controls up at the top, volume up and down, seek and scan. There's your voice control here, media selection, and your phone control. Multifunction control is a single stalk, and it does your turn indicators, high beams, flash to pass, turn signals, and your wiper washer control. All right, facing straight ahead of us is a set of gauges that are specific to the Harley Davidson. Now, they are large, analog, and very easy to read, as you can see. They are black face gauges, and they have white illumination with red pointers, which is very interesting because the actual Harley Davidson motorcycles during this time actually had orange illumination with white pointers, and they were more of a silver face. But these are black face, and they do have an engine turn look to them, and they have a specific font that's unique to the Harley Davidson. So what we have is a 7,000 RPM tach, 120 mile per hour speedometer, the 4.2 inch productivity screen in the middle with the Prindle display, and then of course at the top you have a row of gauges for starting from left to right. You do have your oil pressure, your coolant temperature, fuel level, and transmission temperature. Why they didn't put a battery volt gauge, I will never know. Anyway, moving over the top of the dash, that wide grain continues here. This is all plastic up here, but this is actually it's vinyl and stitched, which looks really nice. You do have the center point speaker up here, a small parcel shelf, and it's all plastic all the way across the width of the vehicle. Moving down the center stack, as you can see, 2 more positional air vents here, more of that graphite metallic trim here in the middle of the bezel, and is flanked on the other side by the body color selection, or color. Okay, transfer case selector, 2 high, all-wheel drive, and 4 high as stated before. This is your trailer brake control switch here. Traction control, 4-way flashers, and your passenger airbag indicator. And you do have the nice sync system here. It's a touchscreen system. Now, it's a little bit older than what would be on another 2011 vehicle, so a little bit different, but you have your menu here. If you press the menu button down here, display, clock, feedback settings, all that kind of stuff. You have your map control here. You can go full screen map. Destination inputs here. Navigation here. Information here for all the different stuff. System info. This is your lat and long and all that kind of stuff. Altitude. This is your phone system here if you want to add a phone through the sync system. And this is your climate control. Dual zone electronic climate control with fan speed control and panel distribution just for a single selection, but dual driver and passenger temperature controls. And then moving down, you do have radio and media controls, volume, all your program buttons, seek and scan, display, sound. You can set your sound here, bass, treble, and all that kind of stuff. And then media select and all that kind of stuff. Now, another thing is by placing the vehicle in reverse, it does activate a backup camera. It does have stationary guidance lines, but you do have some settings in here. Set your brightness, contrast, guidelines. You can do fixed or off, rear camera delay on or off, and visual park aid on and off. You can also zoom in as well. And what that does basically is just gives you different levels of zoom, but it seems to me not working. Go figure. All right, moving down. Climate controls on a fixed hard button, thank goodness. Because if that touchscreen goes out and your climate controls are in there, you have no climate controls. But what's really nice is you have heated and ventilated seats, your temperature control, your on and off, front and rear defroster, AC. This is your auto select, fan speed, and your recirculate here, and your passenger side controls for the same. 12-volt power point or a cigar lighter. The sync inputs here, audio and USB Type A. This button here controls your different my color illumination for the ambient lighting, and this is your brightness. You have a little odds and ends tray here, cup holders here which are illuminated, the shifter here, and the large padded center armrest. Really nice. It does have this really nice leather feel to it. Nice overlap stitching that looks very similar to what you would see in a saddlebag on a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And of course you have the engine turned centerpiece with the large Harley Davidson badge. What's really cool about this badge is if you actually take a look at it, model year, your build code, and your VIN number. Now of course this does open up to reveal a nice amount of storage. You have this removable tray here. This comes out. This have coin holder and all that kind of stuff. And it reveals an enormously deep center storage tray here. Probably fit like an iPad or something like that in there. And in the door, you have molded storage for pins. I don't know what kind of cell phone that would hold. Huh. MP3 player, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. That is the interior of the 2011 F-150 Harley Davidson. Overall, pretty nice, very nicely designed. Some cheaper odds and ends, but overall, it feels really nice in here. Automatic dimming rearview mirror, 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener, overhead reading and map lights, power sunroof control here. This is your, what would be your sliding rear window. Yeah, it is your sliding rear window. So by pressing that button, I didn't know this vehicle had a power sliding rear window, but there you go. And last but not least, sunglasses holder. And the sun visors are nice and large. They are padded cloth, and they do feature illuminated vanity mirrors. And of course, they do slide or swing out, and they slide out on extension rails. You've also got high adjustable seat belts, in addition to the A-pillar mounted grab handles. Alright, now let's take a look at the rear seat. Being a SuperCrew, it is very roomy back here, as you can see by the dimensions on screen. Let's take a quick look at the door panels. They look very similar to the fronts, save for the style, the design of them, just because of the way the door is. But what you see is basically what you get up front, except for this is more of a, I don't know, it's not really hard plastic, but it's not soft vinyl either. It is a soft touch type of material. That same body color style metallic finish here, satin silver door pulls, power window switch, heated seat for the outboard seats, Sony speaker cover, mat pocket, and a bottle holder. Alright, so taking a look back here, what we have here, it is seating for 3 across, 60/40 split folding seat, and they have high adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas. They have the same two-tone smoke silver and black leather. It does also have those badges back here as well. They are still perforated back here, but they are not ventilated. You do also have a pull down center armrest, and here in the end you can pop out your cup holders. So overhead, we do have overhead coat hooks, overhead assist handles in the B pillar, and overhead illumination. Another nice feature is seat back mat pockets. Much in the same fashion as a Harley Davidson saddlebag, these are zippered open and closing. Nice silver zippers here, and they are actually branded Harley Davidson. Alright, back here we do have 2 more additional cup holders, 2 positional air vents, a 110 volt, 150 watt household style AC outlet, and a 12 volt power point. Another nice feature is a completely load flat floor. And that brings us to the 60/40 split folding seat. The seat bottom cushion actually is what lifts, and it locks into place, as you can see, completely flat all the way to this portion here. And that is just covered storage. You do have grocery bag hooks here, and when your seat back or seat bottom cushion is locked, this will actually unlock it and allows you to return it to the fixed position. The seat backs, to the best of my knowledge, do not fold. Alright, now it wouldn't be a pickup truck review without looking at the bed. That's what they're made for. So it's a two-step process to get back here, but it's pretty easy. This is your locker. This is your lock here for your tonneau cover, but it's already unlocked. So we're gonna flip this counterclockwise. That'll unlatch it. We're just gonna lift it up. That is a little bit heavy, but it is on a pretty clever double hinge system there, and it is supported by two hydraulic struts. This is your strap for ease of closing, and we're just going to open up the tailgate. Now this has a soft opening tailgate. It's on a hydraulic strut. It does open kind of slow, but I did reattach that hydraulic strut actually. It's mounted right here, which is really nice to have. Now this does have the tailgate step, and we'll demonstrate that, but it's very easy. You're basically going to unlatch this right here, and then you're going to lift up the handle, and then you're basically going to pull this out, and then this part here flips open, and that's your tread. So there is your tailgate step there, as you can see. A's for ease of entry. And here is the bed here. Now the bed is just a 5.5 foot box. I will put the dimensions on screen, but as you can see, it does have a spray-in bed liner. It also has 4 tie-down hooks. Now there is no illumination back here or anything like that, but you know, you kind of get what you get. But still, you know, for a 5.5 foot box, it's a pretty decent sized bed with the added convenience of having that lockable hard tonneau cover. Now to lower this, you're just going to unlock that and fold it back down into its folded position. We're going to lift this tread plate here, fold it back. Being careful not to pinch your fingers because it will pinch the snot out of them. And then we're basically going to lift the tailgate up, just like so. Latch it back into place. And then we're going to pull our cover down. And lock it. And there you go. That's the bed of the F-150. Alrighty, and there you have it. Probably one of the most in-depth reviews of the 2011 Ford F-150 Harley Davidson on YouTube. We hope you found the video informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.